Hey, y'all. Welcome to Black Spin. So, I'm back here with another video real quick because you motherfuckers don't understand the power of suggestion, the power of the mind, and things of that nature. And I'm going to use DMX as an example. Y'all are basically killing Malcolm. Y'all are basically murdering DMX. You wanna know why? Because everybody's so quick to try to be popular and post pictures of him and be the first one to say RIP. Instead of breathing life into this man, y'all breathe death into him. And I'm gonna give y'all an example how y'all doing that to the rest of the black community. For example, all these young black boys who think all black girls are ghetto and ratchet and they don't want to talk and they all loud and ghetto. Number one, just because you have a loud and ghetto mama, that doesn't mean that the rest of the women, black women that look like your mama, act like your mother. You know what I'm saying? So, it should be a direct insult to you mothers when your children say, I don't want to be with a black girl because a black girl is this, a black girl is that, and a black girl is this. He getting that shit from you. He think all black girls are loud and ghetto because you're loud and ghetto. He thinks all black girls are stupid or ratchet or gold diggers because you're a stupid, ratchet gold digger. Understand that. To a child, prior to you giving them abandonment issues and dropping them off at school at 5 years old in a room, a building full of strangers, prior to you fucking them up mentally and giving them that trauma, you were God in their eyes. They don't have to tell them to suck your titty. They was hungry. Did nobody have to tell them to walk to you or run to you? They did it without thought, without provocation. So, that's on y'all. That is on y'all. If they think all black women are loud ghetto, none of us are well-spoken, none of us are educated, none of us are demure, none of us need no man because we all strong black women. That's the false personification that you're giving your son, that you're giving your nephew, your son, your cousin, your baby brother, your baby uncle. Yes, people have baby uncles. Don't do me. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all doing. That's the false personification of a black woman that you guys are putting out there. Remember that. So, at some point, we're going to have to take responsibility for how our boys see us. And it's not our fault. It's not our fault. Because quite frankly, I feel as though they should be allowed to live more and go outside more. But y'all have fallen victim to European culture. See, white people can't, it's unhealthy for a lot of white people to be outside all times a day. It was healthy for us to be in our environment, to learn our people, to chill. We used to stay outside until the street lights came on and to take that ass whooping if we want to stay outside a little bit longer. Now all your kids do is sit in front of the TV. Being educated and brainwashed by Xbox, PlayStation 1 through 5, and all those other foreign elements that's entering your brain, mechanizing, making your brains mechanical. You see what I'm saying? So that's mechanizing, right? Yeah. So at what point are we gonna say, let me get these grams in here, hold on, y'all. At what point are we going to say enough is enough? At what point are we going to take our culture back into our own hands? We talking about culture appropriation. Motherfuckers ain't appropriating our culture. We giving that shit away. You can't rape the willing. The fuck you talking about? Y'all be tripping with that bullshit. So anyway, let's go back to thoughts becoming things and the power of the mind. Power of the Nah. So, and I use DMX as an example because his health deteriorated the more and more y'all wish him death. It wasn't enough positive energy going around to even reach that brother. It just wasn't enough. And the sad part about it is, y'all all wanted him to live, right? Or did y'all? If y'all wanted him to live and y'all are ignorant as to the power of the voice and the power of the mind, or y'all all wanted him to die, and y'all was just trying to be the first person to say R.I.P. That had to be it. So I'm going to take that example and I'm going to further push it into the agenda for us as a people. And please don't act like there isn't a black agenda, okay? Please don't act like we're ignorant to those facts. Let's not pretend that we don't know that there's an agenda for us. And it ain't all peaches and cream, baby. Let's do a little bit more. And it ain't all peaches and cream at all. Where's my... Let's do this. And then this. Hold on, guys. I'm working at the same time, guys. So give me a second. Okay, just a little bit. And then you, dear. Come on. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. All right. So, the reason why it's important for us to be with oneself and one mind and on one thought and one accord as a people, because if we are all thinking the same and moving the same, then we'll all have the same results. We don't have to get along. We don't have to do all that. I've been preaching this and saying this for a very long time now. And it's just like, I don't want to say it's falling on deaf ears, but I just want to say that it's not being listened to on the level in which I wish it was listened to. And this is no disrespect or no, ill intent or nothing like that at all. But it's one thing I know for sure is that if we can build a better mind, we could build a better society and a better black community. You know what I mean? The best thing we can give our children is a peace of mind. You know, is a thought process. Is a social skill. You know what I'm saying? They can't inherit jobs, money, Louis Vuitton, shoes, Nikes, none of that. They can inherit our businesses and they can inherit our mind frame and how we think. And they can inherit our critical thinking. Okay? You can't depend on the education to come from the school. Because if you look up the definition of education, education ain't got nothing to do with a book. Education is about morality and God. Let me show you. Y'all don't believe me? That's all we got to do, honey. Hey, Siri. Define education.
The process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at a school or university. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Yes.
An enlightening experience.
An enlightening experience. Oh, this bitch. I forgot Siri's owned by them people. Let's go to the actual definition. This is my business phone. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even have the Google app on here. Hold on. It's on. I got the internet. Bam. Safari. Boom. Boom. Hold on. EDUCATE. Go. To give. Y'all see that? Can we focus? Fuck it, I read it. Give intellectual, moral, or social instruction to someone, in parentheses, especially a child, typically at a school or university. That's the actual definition. Again, to give intellectual, moral, or social instruction. Let me tell you something. Intellect doesn't come from a book. Academics do. You understand what I'm saying? Morality doesn't come from a book. See, and y'all, I'm gonna do a sidebar here. Y'all wonder why so many of our black boys like white women. Look who they around more. Look who's. That's a different video. Stay on task. So you want to depend on the school. That smells good, don't it? You want to depend on the school. Hold on. I got to go heat this up a little bit. You want to depend on the school to teach your son how to be, your son and your daughter how to be ethical, moral, kind, giving. That's not going to come from the school. If that came from school, we have more ethically moral people out there. You know what comes from the school? Anxiety, trauma, the need to get away. That's what comes from school. School teaches you how to run. And let me tell you something. If you read the Psycho-Academic Holocaust of Black Boys written by Dr. Umar Johnson, I don't care what y'all say about him, that's a very good book and has a lot of good points in it. If y'all read that book, they'll let you know they preparing your children for the mental state of prison. You got a student ID number, same numbers as a spin number, not a coincidence. You have 3 hots in a cot. Eventually, it's school. You got breakfast, you got lunch. You ain't got dinner there, but if you're in the after-school program, you do. And your other time is spent in this cell until you go outside for rec. Sound like prison to me, but all right. Y'all don't have to listen to me. Listen to an inmate. How long I'm coming, y'all? So, I just feel as though if we as a people not only represented ourselves better, and I don't mean by representing ourselves better by looking better and, you know better, you do better type of thing. I mean represented ourselves better on a mental level. As far as being encouraging, as far as being enlightened, as far as loving each other, respecting each other on a whole, on a grand scheme, or a grand scale of things. You know what I'm saying? I think that we would be a lot better off. But see, we don't think along those lines. You know what I'm saying? I think therefore I am. The same way everybody was thinking DMX was dead, and now is he dead? I don't know. You see what I'm saying? But we did that, and we would have to take our responsibility in doing so. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like getting on. Everybody say black people need to get on code. Black people need to get on code. We need to get off code. And let me explain that. Let me explain that to you, because the code is the black codes. The code is the white ice is colder than black ice. See, Negroes, blacks, y'all already on code. You need to get off code. And if once you flip the script and get off, see, I'm off code. Ain't no biracial babies coming up in this bitch. Ain't no dyking in this bitch. Now, if she want to experiment in college, they ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no marrying no bitch in this bitch. Ain't no I'm a black queen. I'm indigenous. This is my land. Turtle Island is mine. It was stolen from me, and I have been misrepresented for over 100 years through the biracial bastard offspring of the colonizer. Because that's who they are. Look at my video, The $5 Indian. See, and until we all get on the same mind frame, Turtle Island is mine. Turtle Island is mine. I'm indigenous Turtle Island. I'm indigenous Turtle Island. Until we all start thinking that and saying that and spewing that rhetoric into our children, we're going to always have a problem. See, let me explain to y'all. They say we need to live in one big melting pot. Bitch, it'll never be a melting pot. There's no such thing as a motherfucking melting pot. Let me tell you what it is. I explained to y'all time and time again. When you are colonizing, the first thing you have to do is create a biracial offspring. You see what I'm saying? The biracial offspring is gonna keep the status quo, right? So everybody starts talking about pure blood this, pure blood that. So white people forgot that they had to create this bastard offspring in order to keep the status quo going. See what I'm saying? So to get back to that, there's a push now for our boys' genetic material. Right or wrong, true or false? Oh, right. Thank you. Now there's a push for our boys' genetic material. So now that they see that there are no more bastard offsprings being created, and that is something that they need to take care of. They gotta hop on that before it become a big problem. You see what I'm saying? So now, if you look at TV, see, and this is another reason why our black women and our young girls and our young boys don't want to date each other. Look, if you look at TV, you don't see an adequate representation of a healthy black family. They don't see one at home. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been destroyed. The woman thinks she could do it without a man. The man thinks he could do it without a woman. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of black fathers out there that got custody of their kids. And there's a lot of black mothers who have custody of their kids. But there's not a lot of black families. That's a shame. That is a shame. And I have tried to get along with my ex. But, you know, a conditioned mind is harder to break through to than a new empty mind. So I just make sure that my daughter would never be as ignorant as her father or as I once was prior to me educating myself. You see what I'm saying? Because I had to give myself this intellect, this morality. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying my mom didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was never raised that on that white ice is colder thing. But I think once I got into high school and I got into to kind of see it for myself, that's when to see that my homeschooling wasn't a lie. That's when I kind of realized that, oh shit, these people are really real. Fuck. You know what I mean? These people are really that vain. They really don't like each other. That nigga this, bitch that. I didn't start, people weren't calling each other niggas till I got to public school. That wasn't a thing where I was from. You know what I'm saying? Black boys going with Mexicans and white girls. Like, what the fuck? Y'all mamas let y'all do that? Gay people, gay boys, gay in high school. Your mama let you do that? Where is these people's mamas? It was a culture shock. It was a real culture shock. From elementary school, not so much, because I was still homeschooled in elementary school. You know, my brother got into a fight and we had to leave public school. And when we left public school, we went back to homeschool. So, and then I to convince my mama, if we go to school in the summertime, homeschool in the summertime, can we still go to school? Because I liked having friends and stuff. You know, my brother wasn't as sociable as me, but, you know, that ain't no daddy at home disease. You know, that ADD ain't really ADD. He wasn't a bouncing around type of kid, but he was a social misfit. You know, nobody liked him. Nobody wanted to be around him. I don't know why. He was a very cool guy. But it's just that when you are an easy target, you know what I'm saying? You are an easy target. And it's like, black people don't raise their kids to not be bullies. Like I tell my daughter all the time, just, Gucci and Jordans, they don't make you nothing. They don't make you better than nobody. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to be friends with the poor girl at school and the popular girl at school. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to be the cheerleader and still get cool and still be cool with the nerds. Because I want my daughter to be a well-rounded person. I don't want her to be judgmental or superficial or things like that. And that's part of being off code. You see what I'm saying? Because it's in those cliques that a lot of these people lose their identities. You know what I mean? So, like, say, for instance, you in a popular girl clique that dress good all the time. You're going to have to dress good and be the popular girl all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that could be tiring. You know what I mean? They're not thinking of you. Remember, thoughts become things. No one is thinking of you as the intellectual, as the person who's going to own and run a company, that's going to be somebody. All you're going to be is popular and well-dressed all your life. That's it. Because that's all they see you as. No matter, you might have to work hard for it. It might just pop into you. Yeah, I'm doing my wig. That's why I got this on. But you know what I'm saying? That's all you're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? For me, the first thing people say about me is I'm smart. The first thing people say about me is I'm smart. And with a compliment like that, and with a power like that soaring through the universe, my ability and my future is limitless. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody around me, everybody went to school with me, everybody that grew up with me, the first thing they say is I'm smart. You know what I'm saying? Some of the guys get a little perverted and say she had a big booty her whole life. But most of the time, I'm talking about 9 out of 10, a person gonna say, that girl's smart. She was one of the smartest girls at school. I think she's a genius. See, and that compliment will take me further as far as keep that same energy. You see what I'm saying? As far as people speaking life into me. See, I ain't gonna be DMX, dead on the deathbed. You see what I'm saying? And everybody thinking about me like that. Everybody think healthy of me because they know I'm on them herbs. They know I'm smart. They know I read books. You see what I'm saying? So with me getting these type of accolades, you see what I'm saying? That energy is gonna take me a lot further than, oh, she pretty. I would never just want to be the pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? Because and not to sound vain, but since I know I'm a good looking chick, that's never a compliment that made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? You realizing how intellectually advanced I am, oh, I ate that shit up. I ate that because I worked hard to be smart. You know what I'm saying? I worked hard. I'm telling you. One summer I worked for Houston Works, and I want the black code, the black law book, the black law book. Now everybody else put a room out there that, oh, she spent all her money on weed. No, I didn't. See, because I wanted to, don't tell nobody. I wanted to buy my daughter's upstairs. I wanted to get school clothes, but I still, because my mama was like, y'all working. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all on y'all granny address. Y'all, they didn't accept y'all in this program. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all buy your own school clothes this year. So y'all can see what I got to go through. Y'all want J's and shit. But best believe when I buy my own school clothes, I was buying Nikes out of Academy. You understand me? Anyway, so I still want to buy school clothes, but I want the $2,500 for this book. So what I did was, every paycheck, I went over there in Lakewood. Y'all know where the Pillars was at. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying on Vista. Y'all know what street. So I would go to Lakewood and I would get an ounce. And the more I came, the fatter my ounces got. I would get an ounce and I would work off that and put that money to the side for my school clothes. But that paycheck, I put that aside for my black clothes law book. You know what I'm saying? I had that law book from that summer until recently when I lost it and when I had all my stuff stored in my mom's house for like a couple of years. I had a lot of my stuff stored at her house and there was water damage to like almost my entire book collection. I cried about it, but it is what it is. But that's it. You see what I'm saying? That's that intellectual, that's that intellect that you can't get from school. That's in your blood, that's pumped in you, that's spoken into you, that's breathed into you. So what I'm saying is black people need to breathe life into each other, not negativity and death. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, why do we do that? Why are we so hard on one another? Why don't we see the best? Oh shit, hold on y'all. Why do we refuse to see the best in one another? Why are we so reluctant to do business with each other? It's because we have allowed the negativity that other races and cultures speak into us to become part of our reality. We have let them defame us as a people, and now we have fallen victim to those same negative characteristics that never were true about us. But we are steady speaking it into our existence, speaking it into our life. The same way all those celebrities spoke death on DMX and not a healing, not a miraculous awakening, not a breath. Only 100 people outside the hospital jamming his music was really speaking life into him. Everybody else saying he gonna be in a better place and blah, 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 blah. No one else was thinking, damn, he had just got remarried. He was off the narcotic. What the fuck? Did somebody give him a bad pill? What's really going on? Was he sobering up, asking for his masters? He had started back acting. He was in a few movies, checking Netflix. But everybody's so quick to believe, oh, that crackhead relapsed. He's gonna die. Let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of crackheads in my lifetime. I ain't never seen none of them. Let me stop. The point is, stop speaking negativity and start speaking positivity. You know what I'm saying? Women, let's talk about your black boys for a minute. Y'all are really okay with your sons saying that they don't date black women when you are one? If I was insulted when my nephew said he doesn't date black women because they all loud and ghetto. And what's loud? Let me tell you something about loud. People used to always say I talk loud, but I'm a natural orator. I'm a natural speaker. Number one, I may speak loud, but I don't have a speech impediment. Every word I'm saying is very well executed. You see what I'm saying? Everything I'm saying makes sense. You know what I'm saying? My vernacular isn't poor. So it's not as if I'm just saying bitch, fuck, hoe, dirty trick. You know what I'm saying? All motherfucking day, all loud and shit. You know what I'm saying? No. Check my vernacular. Check the words that I'm using, the breath, the pause that I take when I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying? How eloquently my sentences are put together and that you can understand what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. You see what I'm saying? So, so what? Loud is not, the volume isn't what's in question. It's what's being said. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to figure out, when was it okay for your child to say that you were not enough for him? And for you to accept that, what does that say about you as his mother? What does it say about you as his mom? Okay, put a pin in that. Why are we getting this money? Now, I understand some people, you know what I'm saying, that the mansions that we want to live in, that we say ourselves living in, may not necessarily be in the hood. Cool. But why do we allow our children to grow up in predominantly white societies, and we not take them to black society? Why? My mother worked for NASA. I haven't lived in a ghetto a day in my life. But I was always in the hood because she still had friends out there. She didn't leave me in a white neighborhood, then go visit the ghetto without us. Nah, we was all up and down in 5th Ward. We was all in 3rd Ward. We was all, because my daddy from the South Side. We was all in everywhere. We was every damn where, goddamn it. Everywhere, there was a back street and a blunt burning, goddamn it, we was there. You know what I mean? We was all up and down Tidwell and Wayside. You know what I'm saying? My grandparents had a house over there. You know what I mean? We was all up and down and through the country, mudding and playing in dirt, riding on ATVs. You know what I'm saying? But my parents were PhDs. Well, are. You know, they're not dead. But I'm just saying, they're retired now, so it is what both of them are. So it is what it is. So we're talking about an engineer, an architectural engineer. Let me be clear on what type of mathematics we're talking about. And a computer scientist. You see what I'm saying? Computer scientist, a.k.a. programmer. So we're talking about two people that's really good at math and really good at science and applying math and science to technology. So, but they wasn't bougie. How is you bitches, how are you women raising your children to be too bougie for their own people? The way a lot of y'all are going, if they don't have Gucci, Louis, Prada, they're going to think they're not good enough for them. And the way I'm raising my child, if they're illiterate, they're not good enough for you. You see what I'm saying? Since when is fashion more important than literacy? And then a lot of you teachers, shame on you motherfuckers, because y'all are passing the popular kids. Kimberly Hines. Hope the bitch see this one day. I hated her. She was a teacher at Forest Brook. And this lady really ruined my life. She ruined my confidence, my academic confidence that I had in myself. Miss Mayon, amen for her. She renewed it that next school year. She was my English teacher. Far be it, English is my favorite subject. I used to spend all my money on books. I didn't give a fuck what I dressed like. Bitch, my books, bitch, them hoes was on point. And Agatha Christie was one of my favorite writers until I found out the bitch wrote 10 Little Niggas. I used to read mystery novels. I read Neely Fuller in the middle school. The Miseducation of the Negro, read that in middle school. No, I read that in elementary school. So, I've always been very well read. What's his name? Not The Stretch of the Black Civilization. I think I read that in high school. What's his name? Amos Wilson. Read him in middle school all through high school. You know, anybody tell you that went to school with me, you saw me with a book, maybe a Wood, and a Malcolm X sweater. I was one of the first people in my area to go natural. Didn't give a fuck. What you gonna do? Fight me? Run up. It's cool. So I ain't my brother. I'm gonna beat y'all bitch ass. So anyway. So there was a hold on, this shit is tight, y'all. Oop, do not judge me. Let me just move. Ooh. Child, ooh, Lord, it hurt. Ooh, untie me. Free my brain cells. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Whew. Lord have mercy. Okay, y'all, I'm coming. Come back to the world. Okay, yeah, come, y'all. All right. Wax almost ready. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Thank you. I apologize. That feels so much better. Now, let's talk about how we doing our daughters. We are making our daughters believe, one, they don't need no man to survive. Cool. Not cool, but okay. But we're also making them believe, turning them into the snooty bitches. Like, what the fuck? Now, me, I'm a Capricorn, so a lot of people take me wrong. They think I'm snooty, but really I'm not. I'm really very down to earth. I just have poor communication skills in the sense that I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't kiss nobody ass, and things of that nature. But I'm very down to earth. I'm very cool. I'm very humble. I love a good joke. I could tell a good joke, honey. I'm a riot. But we're raising our daughters to not be well-rounded. We're just raising our daughters to be straight lines. And that's not going to work in the black community. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're not going to be able to identify with the black man just because of how we're raising them. You know what I mean? I think I need to do a whole nother video on that in its entirety. But I'll try to sum it up the best I can without breaking it down, because I'm already in 30 minutes into this video. We're kind of... Look, I had this thumb. It's so long and it grew. Now it's about to come off. It's cool. We're not giving our daughters the tools they need to relate. We're giving them the tools that they need to pass up and surpass and think they're better than. Okay? Y'all wonder why. And I'm not gonna make this a light skin, dark skin thing. I'm gonna make this excuse me. It was hurting, that's why I had to pull it off. A future black woman thing, okay? If our black men, if our black little boys and our black little girls do not find a way to reintroduce themselves to each other through us, the parent, then in 3 or 4 more generations, we will cease to exist, okay? The indigenous people of Turtle Island will officially be bred out. That's what it's going to be. We're going to be bred out. And it's because we're raising the little girls to think they don't need, the little boys and little girls think they don't need each other. They look down on each other. They think that each one of them is ghetto. And then when a little girl is attracted to a little black boy, she's sexualizing him at a young age. Too young for her to be thinking about sex and too young for her to be trying to sexualize him. You know what I mean? Y'all go down that video and see where I looked at where all those black boys said that they don't like dark-skinned girls because they're mean, they're loud, and they're ghetto. That is crazy. I mean, not dark-skinned girls, black girls in general. When a lot of the loud ghetto black girls that they're talking about are in these white schools because they don't know how to be black. They're acting like cultural appropriators. A lot of our black girls who have affluent parents, they act like cultural appropriators because they have no idea how to act within that culture. They don't know that speaking dignified, using words with more than one syllable in them is black. They're not taught that we're the intellects that taught the world. You see what I'm saying? So since they automatically look down on themselves, their version of black is the Cardi B, is the, you know, are you dumb? You know what I'm saying? Those super aggressive, super loud, super sexual, hoary image of a black woman is what they have to go on, because in their eyes, their parents think they white because they got them living in this white society. So if they emulate their parents, they're not being black. You see what I'm saying? So they emulate what they see on TV, what they hear on radio and all that their stuff. And for them, that's being black. That's being black. But it's not. Just being. You're being. If you're an indigenous person, you have indigenous blood, there's no way to act indigenous. I am a female. There's no way for me to act like a female. You see what I'm saying? Now, there's a way for a man to act like a female because he's not a female. Anything I do is feminine because I'm a female. Period. I embody a feminine and a masculine principle in order to be one. So, it's like they have our children, especially our children with affluent parents, they're growing up to think that they're better than everybody else. They're carrying on this false personification of being black by acting like the black caricatures that we have on TV, radio, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So the little black boy thinks that that's how all black women act, like little Cardi B's, when she's not even black. She's just infecting our society like a bed bug infecting beds. You can go look at my video that say Cardi B is not black. Go down below. Down there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And take a look at that. Because we are turning each other off. And it's through the mind that we're doing it. Okay? If you think that all black girls are ratchet and ghetto, especially the darker they are, the more ghetto they are, the less intellectual they are, then guess what? The less attractive they are, then guess what? That's all you're going to seem to run into. Everybody's going to look like that to you. You know what I mean? And you're going to turn yourself off towards a great group of women just because of that. You know what I mean? The same goes for girls. Talking down on black boys. All I want to be dope dealers. All they good for is some dick and some money. All of that. We are holding up what used to be a stereotype and making it reality. Because a thought is going to always become a thing. That's why you got to watch what you say and watch what you think. You know? Mothers, let's watch how we act. The way we act with our homegirls should not always be the way we act with our kids. My daughter sees all aspects of me. She sees the businesswoman side of me. She sees the political part of me. She sees the goofy side of me. She sees the loving side of me. She sees all these different dynamics that make me into this one woman. You know what I mean? Whereas, you guys are either you haven't tapped into those different sides of yourself, or you're being too much of one. Like, she'll catch very few snippets of me in my ratchet moments. Like if I'm with one of her aunties or something like that, then she'll catch a snippet of me taking some shots and being loud and get on that. It's not loud as an auditor, but loud as a girl. That loud. You know what I mean? But that's not something she would see all the time. And since she doesn't see it all the time, she doesn't equate that with the average woman, how she acts, or the average way her mother acts. You see what I'm saying? Because a thought is going to always become a thing. We have to watch how we think about each other. And that's going to metamorphose. Okay, I could just say change. Being facetious. That's going to change the way we see each other as a people. When we change our thoughts about one another. You know what I'm saying? And let that trickle onto your kids. Change the way you act in front of your sons if they feel like they too good for a black girl. Really? You're going to raise this beautiful black man that's going to be somebody, that's going to do something with his life. And just give him to a white bitch. That's crazy. Where's the pride? Where's the sense of self? You can't say I'm proud to be black, but not instill that same pride within your kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you want to give your kids a good life. You want to put them on the money. But don't you want to put them on self-assurance? Don't you want them to not have an inferiority complex? Because when you go out of your way to date outside your race, you are have an inferiority complex within yourself as well. Thoughts become things all day long. The same way everybody is thinking DMX into a grave, is the same way we are thinking destruction amongst our own people. It's Black Span, and I'm out.